All right, here we go. We're back on Streamyard again. Let's make sure this is all working somehow, some way. And then I'll figure out what the issue is with the Streamyard thing, and hopefully we can get figured out. Because I was doing testing with GTA Liberty City Stories, and I couldn't find any issues at all. Here, okay, so it sounds like on there it's okay or a lot better than what was on StreamYard. I mean, not StreamYard, on Streamlabs. So we'll go back into here. We'll load back into our game that we were going up against with the Chiefs, and we'll just try and go through this tonight on StreamYard. I'll figure out what the hell's going on with Streamlabs. Maybe get official Joey C to help me out with it, because again, I did some testing right with on Liberty City Stories on it, and it sounded good for when I was into the video thing, and then it just wasn't working. So hopefully I could get figured out for next time we live stream. It's not going to be tomorrow, but maybe Tuesday, because there's no football on Tuesday, and we can get figured out from there. So do be patient with me, because I am definitely trying to get better with this somehow, some way. But hopefully, man, we could just get all taken care of somehow. Because like I said, I really want until I get placed my own, I really want to do the PlayStation 3, PS1 stuff all on Streamlabs through my capture card and all that. And then still be able to do, all the other stuff all around. So then when I get a place of my own, I can just do everything from Streamlabs. It can all be good, precise, professional-like, and then hope for the best of some kind, But here, let me make sure, double check the stream on here.
City, Missouri, at Arrowhead Stadium. I'll
Okay.
tell you, Arrowhead Stadium is one of the toughest places to play offense as a visitor. The fans here are really great.
Yeah, this sounds good on there. All right, well, I'll have to do for this stream, and we'll just figure it out for when we get shit done, I guess. But yeah, man, I was feeling really good. I was feeling really confident going into it, because I thought I figured every issue out that I needed to, and then we got into it, and then it just went all to hell. So hopefully by next time we can get figured out. We can be more better at it, and fingers crossed, But yeah, it sucks that I didn't want to work the Streamlabs or whatever and to give me some issues, but at least we got a little bit of progress done with that. At least I feel like in some sense I am making a little bit of a better direction with it, because I couldn't even get like my capture stuff or anything on there, or even my voice, and I finally got that figured out. So, oh shit. Yeah, I need to get the damn analog stick taken care of. Alright, there we go. That was my bad. Alright, here we go. Nope. Yeah, got what I deserved right there. Got tackled. But yeah, man, hopefully the Streamlabs stuff can be done and taken care of as soon as possible. Also, I hope everyone has had like a good week so far, a good day so far. Yes, wait a minute, is today Thursday or Saturday? I can't remember. Well, anyways, the Denver Broncos played Thursday against the Raiders, and that was quite the boring game. I was frustrated. I was glad that we won, because, at this point we are atop the AFC, both the AFC West and just the entire division. And hell, we could be in first place in the NFL right now. I'm not even positive on it. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, this sucks, dude. But anyways, I felt like I was doing really good with the Streamlab stuff, but you know, just ugh, pisses me off, dude. That's alright though. We live and we learn. I just hope here we win, we kick some ass, we try and show these guys who's boss, and hope for the best. Okay. Oh crap. Oh shit. Oh no. Yeah. Ah crap. Well, there we go. They got the first touchdown and rats. That was not how this was supposed to go down, man. I'm telling you, this game's rigged. The Chiefs are cheaters, man. They're paying the ref. And it's a load of crap, I say. Just a load of crap. Also, later on tonight, because I know I got football, NFL football to watch tomorrow, I need to get a pre-recorded video of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time out and have that ready to go. I'm pretty sure we're close to being on our next temple or dungeon or whatever you call it. And, you know, the sooner we get through that game, the sooner we'll get to Liberty City Stories. Which, I'm ready for that game, you know? Hang on. To the 20! To the 10! Touchdown, Denver Broncos! I'll drink to that. That was good. Alright, there we go. We'll just kick the normal field goal, just be safe here. And then we'll see what they can do. Hopefully we can just put a stop to them, or at most, if this ends up being a shootout, we can do better and stop them defensively speaking and just lay the hammer down and beat them, because this is another rivalry matchup. So hopefully we knock them out, we kick the living shit out of these guys, we win, and then the rest is history. Also, after the stream, I need to make a poll on YouTube for what game you guys would want me to live stream next, because I know sports isn't everybody's thing. I understand that. And I know that this playthrough has been trudging along a little bit too much for too long. So I'll definitely have a poll out for the next game you guys would want me to live stream. And then after that's done, what are you playing on? I tried to use Streamyard with my Xbox off a Chrome laptop, and it came out kind of crap. Well, I'm using the Streamyard right here. But before, when you were telling me that was like echoing and whatnot, I was using Streamlabs. So, I'm glad that this definitely sounds a whole lot better than what it did before. Again, I don't know what the issue is with Streamlabs. I know it acts a lot like OBS, and for me, I know OBS is a lot harder. And hell, even Streamlabs is tough to get through, but that's kind of, here is where I've kind of found the most success. But the reason I want to get to Streamlabs or have things be better on there is because, you know, that way I can figure out and get alerts for like channel memberships, people subscribing, because you don't get that here. You would have to constantly look on your phone if you're using that as a monitor, or if you got two computers, using another computer for the monitor and then the other one for your streaming. But yeah, that's kind of how things are going right now. By the way, Night Train, it's been a while since I've seen you on the stream, man. How the hell are you? I hope everything's going good for you. Also, what kind of Xbox do you have? Do you have one of the newer ones or an older one? If you don't mind me asking. Alright, here we go. Let's try and put a stop to these guys. All right, let's stop him. Let's stop him. We can do this. We can do this. All right. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Yes. Good defense. That's what I want to see. All right. Good stuff. All right. Now here we'll just go on about our business and then be on our way. Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, crap. That was not a great return, but, you know, it happens. It's all right. You have those moments. Also, it's so crazy to me that we're close to getting 500 subscribers on the channel. We are, like, getting closer and closer, and it's an awesome feeling. Oh, crap. At least I got the first down. Right? Yep. Cool. Good deal. All right. What do I want to do now? Run play with Terrell Davis. Let's go for it. Why not? Why not? I feel good about it. Okay. Look to my left. All right. Look to my right. All right. Let's go. Let's go, Terrell Davis. Let's go. Yep. No, that did not work all that well. All right. We'll have to find our way to get on through. Also, too, with, again, last time I'll kind of mention it because I know I've been talking about it for the past 11 minutes, and I do apologize. But once you get the Streamlabs thing figured out, we'll definitely, like I said, do the live streaming PS3, PlayStation 1 stuff on through there. And then here we'll just kind of do, like, you know, our Ocarina of Times, the PSP Portable, you know, some of that stuff. But here we go. Nice. Oh, no. Come on. Oh, crap. Shannon Sharp. Man, what the hell's wrong with you, dude? You saw the football right there. Man, no excuse for that mistake, man. Even though it was on me, too. But I just want to blame Shannon Sharp for 5 seconds. Yeah, sorry, it's been so long, bro. Life's been busy. Oh, man, I totally get it. I haven't been gaming too much. I have been watching YouTube, but I'm barely able to catch your streams. Yeah, I understand that. Also, I have the Xbox Series X. And you also got a PlayStation 4. Yeah. I'm hoping, you know, at some point to get a Xbox 360 because I've heard so many good things about that console. And I had gotten one from my friend a few months back, but it did not work whatsoever. I got the, what's it called? The Red Ring of Death? Which, you know, I don't even know how Microsoft and Xbox were able to bounce back after that, because that just seemed like a nightmare all in its own. But yeah, man, I totally get it. Being busy, you know. Life happens, I understand. Oh. Shit. Yes, go! The 360 was an absolute masterpiece during its life cycle.
He's got muscles where you're not supposed to even have any muscles.
Hopefully I can get my hands on one and in due time I could do, because I really want to do a playthrough on Splinter Cell Conviction, as well as the first original version of Dead Rising. I also want to get to the remake, but I do want to do the original first before the remake. So, but yeah, 2 360s, both had the Red Ring of Death. Man, that sucks, dude. And again, I don't know if that was like a major thing back then. I know that I've heard like a lot of people talk about it, you know, about the issue. But just like, if you think about Xbox, I always feel like with them, it's always like one step forward, 2 steps back. Like, you know, with Xbox, it was their starter, and I heard so many great things. It was the rival to PlayStation. And then you get to the 360, and then the Red Ring of Death. Then from that, you got the stupid Xbox One promo with the guys going, "You get a TV, you get a TV, and you get a TV. You want to trade games with your friends? Well, fuck you and your friends. You're going to get a TV instead." Also, dude, do you have any socials? I've been wanting to maybe try and game with you, and maybe you can help me with a Streamyard setup. Oh yeah, I got Twitter. If you have that, I also have Instagram, which message me if you do have Twitter, because I can message you that as well, and we can talk there, because sometimes I don't see or look at my Twitter at times, but I could definitely give you some tips that I have with it here and there with StreamYard. The only thing is, and this is an issue with StreamYard that I'm using right now that's gotten worse, is that their monthly premiums have skyrocketed to ridiculous forms. Because when I first started with this was the most affordable thing. Like, for me to have like my capture card as well as my face and whatnot, it only costs like $49 a month. Hell, I was able to, work with, the people behind StreamYard. I was able to get $39 a month as like a shortcut fee. But then they stopped doing that. And then for the monthly thing, they started to charge like $80, $90 a month, which is ridiculous to me. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I will absolutely try and help you out with that if you want to get to StreamYard. Yeah, it seems like all subscriptions are going up in price. Nothing is consumer friendly anymore. I know, right? It's this weird thing too, because like for, TV, for example, right? There's a lot of issues with the whole Disney Plus, and I don't know if you're a sports guy, Night Train, but there's a problems going on between ESPN and the YouTube TV stuff. And because of that, a lot of consumers, NFL fans, aren't able to watch all of the ESPN games or whatever. And one of the YouTubers that I watched, Tom Grossi, he said that's really driving people back to cable, which, if you think about it, it really is. People, at least from what I've seen and noticed, are going back to cable than these subscriptions, because even though cable is expensive, nobody can deny that, it's also a lot more simple than this shit, in my opinion. It always drives the question on, like, how did it get to this? How did things get all subscription service and just confusing to deal with? But yeah, it's really just a damn shame. Also, Night Train, I want to hear your thoughts on this. But what are your thoughts with the GTA 6 delay? Because I'll tell you, man, I was pissed. Like, I'm still pissed about it. Although, I'm kind of like just a little bit more calm. But I do miss cable TV so much. Yeah. The one that's been affordable for me has been Spectrum, which has been nice. But it also, like, I do have some of my problems with it, because before they actually gave you the box or whatever to where you could record stuff, and now you have to pay an extra fee to do that with this little Exumo box, because apparently that's Spectrum as well. I was pissed, but I've come to terms with it. I have some games coming out next year that should hold me over. Understandable. To me, I think one of the many problems they had with it is that they're going to continue to milk GTA Online with it. And even though every now and then I go to GTA Online because, it makes me feel like I'm still within my father's presence, even though he's been gone for a little while, it's still, something that's getting milked. And the other stuff that I've heard that's been going on with the so-called union busting and apparently there's something about Strauss Zelnick being a grabber or something of that nature. I don't know what the full deal of it is. I'll have to really look into it. But there's harassment stuff going against him, so it's just a whole lot of shit going on. But I think the biggest thing that frustrates me personally is that Rockstar is doing this and screwing with all the other developers of other games because they don't want to have their games around GTA 6, right? Because it's going to be the biggest thing and it's the most anticipated. But then when you call a delay, not only you're screwing fans, but you're screwing those people that already had the plans of having things, set out to, produce their games, market them, and shit like that. So that was, for me, was one of the big problems with this delay, as well as, again, them just milking online. But, what are we going to do? Good chance they'll milk 6 online too, and probably lock it behind GTA Plus. Which, honestly, I kind of hope they do, just a little bit. Again, I hate GTA Plus. I think it's a scam, no doubt. But with how much GTA Online has screwed and fucked with, the fans and the community, I don't know. All right, let's go. Also, after Ocarina of Time, we get to do Liberty City stories, man, which that's going to be exciting. I do hope that we'll have enough time for December, because December we're getting into Max Payne, the first one, and wait a minute. Okay, 2-minute warning. I thought I was going to get a delay of game, but I have never really played the first Max Payne. I've played a little bit of 3. But there was a part with, like, these guys having super armor or something that just pissed me off and made me, like, rage quit. So I never got to go through that game. I've never gone through the second Max Payne, which I definitely feel like I need to. Because of the fact that the remakes, I heard, are supposed to be coming out at some point. Like, they're being worked on and is in development. Oh, come on, man! Terrell Davis. But we'll have to see, Also, what game are you looking forward to for this year, considering, now with 6 being delayed? I'm kind of curious. All right. Get it. Oh, crap. Wait a minute. Defense, pass interference. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I will happily drink to that. All right. Let's go out here. We'll go for a little pass play. Also, I can't wait till the new Halo game where the Combat Evolved goes to PlayStation 5. Because I've heard so many great things about the Halo series. I've never played it myself. But it's definitely going to be awesome. I just hope that it's not going to be as broken. Because when I saw the trailer and the frames and everything just like freezing up on the game through like the gameplay aspect of it, I don't know, man. Hopefully it doesn't end up like a like a Cyberpunk situation. I'm really looking forward to Gears of War, E-Day, and Halo. Yeah. I was hearing that like a lot of OG Xbox guys were pissed about the Halo thing not only going to PlayStation 5, but it having like a sprint feature to it, which, I mean, I can understand if it like really breaks the game, but if it speeds it up without breaking it, I feel like, it shouldn't be a major problem. Or at most, have it set to certain levels. My social tag keeps getting removed. Well, that sucks. Alright, Alright, come on. Let's go. Come on, get it. No! Oh, crap. Turnover on downs. I didn't even notice it until we already went through it, but
began his career as a practice squad player. He kept
all right.
working hard, and now he's a big part of this Bronco offense.
Also, I kind of wonder how I want to plan things out for 2026. Oh shit, go! Because before the delay, my plan was like 2-3 months before 6 came out to do the entire GTA games, do a stream of GTA 2, and then go to Vice City Stories, Vice City, doing the chronological order. Maybe that's sent through LOL. I know on here through YouTube or whatever, they don't like allow like social media things to go through like Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, which is stupid in my opinion. But I know like you could tag it into like your own profile and stuff. But
Second and 10.
Yeah, any way possible, let me know, and we'll kind of figure it all out in due time. All right, wait, let's go. Yes. Man, I missed this time of the NFL. I mean, oh damn, I didn't know that. Yeah, the only reason I know that was because like a few years back when official Joey C was like live streaming on the channel before he went to Twitch, I tried to give him like my Twitter thing or whatever because I needed like advice about how to get a capture card set up and everything. It won't let me. The only way it would is if I put like the bird emoji on there, and then I'll tag my social in my bio, so after the stream you can add me. All right, will do. And also too, if you want to add me, because I've been on my PlayStation 5 a lot, not so much my PS4. Although I do need to start it up just to make sure it's all still working right and everything, and wipe off the dust on it. But if you want that too, I can definitely, give you that, and then you can friend request me, and we can go from there. But yeah, man. Oh. All right. Also, I really hope tomorrow for the NFL games, because tomorrow, Sunday, 1 o'clock through usually the 8:30. For most of the weeks, football has been really great. But man, I don't know. Oh shoot, what's your PSN? Oh, I got 2. One of them is Spider-Man fan. I believe it's like Spider-Man fan 15 at the end of it. And then the other one they have where I do like my YouTube stuff. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I could let you know like afterwards, because that is the one I'm also on every now and then, especially when it comes to recording. But yeah, I'll definitely let you know on that after the stream, and we'll get that figured out, no problem. But here we go, nice and easy. Well, something I just thought of with the GTA 6 delay, right? I could still do like the road to the games or whatever, and do like all of the previous games. And hell, now that I'm thinking of it, I could probably, for shits and giggles, test out the GTA 4 online, because apparently the multiplayer mode of that is still up on PlayStation. I don't know how. I don't know why. But that would definitely be something interesting and worth getting into somehow, some way. All right. Here we go. Nice and easy. Let's go. Oh, crap. No. Get him. Get him. Who is it? It's on me, right? No, it's on them. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Fuck the Chiefs. All right. Nice and easy. Also, I want to try and get to a Splinter Cell Death Watch reaction video too. My Patreon. That's something else that I need to do. So yeah, I got a lot of things to do tonight before I go to bed after the stream. So it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be good. I'm really liking Splinter Cell Death Watch so far. I think it's a very interesting show that's exceeding my expectations a little bit. There are some areas and aspects that I don't care for, and some things I am in like question about. But the show seems really good so far. And at some point, I gotta get back to the games too. Ugh. I mean, I haven't started on Double Agent. I know that that's gonna be the frustrating one. You do some missions for Kenny Petrovic. Oh, I did not know that. Huh. I gotta figure that out at some point. That'd be something worth experimenting. Cool. To me, I thought it was just like the groundworks for the GTA 5 stuff. I don't know if you remember, but you take out his son for Mikhail Faustin. I think I know what you're talking about. Again, it's kind of been a while since I played the GTA 4 story, and I actually need to go back through it and all the games, because I did have a listing of what I think are the best GTA missions of all time. A lot of which are going to piss a lot of people off, because the missions that I think are one of the best are also missions people hate. So that's going to be interesting, but I might have to reevaluate it. And because I didn't include anything from Liberty City Stories, and that was because, in my opinion, and this is what I'm afraid of for when I get into the playthrough of it, is I still think that Liberty City Stories and GTA 3 are the hardest games in the series. But, you know, I know a lot of people have said Vice City Stories. Oh, come on! You gotta block that! Bullshit! But I know that, what was he saying? Fuck. Yeah, I know that some people say that Vice City Stories is the hardest for them and whatnot, but for me, it's always GTA 3 and Liberty City Stories, so it's gonna be interesting. It's only 3 missions, but they're pretty fun, but basic. Professional covered them about 3 or so months ago. Oh, I kind of took a break from watching the Professionals channel and whatnot, just because I don't know the reason why exactly, because I know it's been like a few months ago or something. Like I might have accidentally like turned the bell notifications off on accident or something, because you know, every now and then I go through and like channels that I don't watch on the daily, I like unadd. So then the ones that I do watch the most, I can get like the notifications for and have it, you know, not mess up with my phone or the logistics, or is that the right word I'm thinking of, logistics? I don't know, but I know he's doing OCS right now because the 20th anniversary was not too long ago. Still to this day, I still can't believe VCS is 19 years old. That's still insane to me. All right, here we go. Nice and easy. All right, John Olay. Throw it to Terrell Davis. Yeah. All right, we're good. Chilling.
You know, Terrell Davis is one of the most complete running backs playing in the NFL.
The man's a legend. The best there ever is. The best there ever was. All right. I felt like I was going to say something else. I've been keeping an eye out for a backwards compatible PlayStation 3. I've looked on eBay and, you know, for like used but still working well, there are some that's like decently priced and like affordable. Only I don't know which is like, you know, the legit American version or whatever, because I know that there's one that's like an 80 gigabyte that like during an update or something they stopped. But also, speaking of best GTA missions, my opinion was the last Vice City mission, because I love Scarface so much. Also, sorry if I'm all over the place with my comments. I'm at work, so I'll get busy for a bit. Oh man, I totally get it, you know? And the last mission for Vice City, I had in my rankings because I have like the top 20 or top 25. It was definitely ranked on there. I don't know if it was a high ranking, but it was definitely ranked up there. But, with your comments and being all over the place, I totally get it, Me, apart from this, I've been struggling to find a job, at least in my local area, because of one, the market, and two, just not a lot of people are hiring right now. And it kind of sucks for me because I do want to help with both the channel, family stuff, and that's kind of why with this, which thanks to official Joey C, he kind of sent through the Streamlab tip thing that I usually add in my description. Normally after live streams, or usually they would be automatically put into my videos after they get uploaded. He was nice enough to send a little bit there, which has definitely helped. But I'm definitely planning on, putting it back into the channel. Also help out family stuff too with, groceries and whatnot where I can. Yeah, the job market is awful right now. Yeah, agreed. And it sucks too because, you're always going to have those amount of people that don't want to work, right? That don't want, the job and to deal with that. And sometimes they go from job to job, which I feel like all of us at a young age, we do sometimes, and then we get better and we stick to the one job as we get older. But for the people that do really want to work, they do also kind of get screwed in certain areas. But cool, bro. But I'm struggling as well. Oh, man, it's completely fine. I mean, something I always have tried to say, it's like, don't do it if you don't have the money to, because I don't want to be like one of those money-hungry bastards, you know what I mean? I don't, because I feel like a lot of greedy YouTubers as well as greedy companies kind of do that shit, and I've always kind of like been against it. But I'm also like, if you can afford it, definitely do you. And if you can't, then, save it for food, utilities, rent, all that other stuff. And also, at some point, hopefully 4 or 5 years down the road, when I do get Streamlabs perfect, or streaming stuff as great as it can be, I do want to do like some charity live streams as well, because there's a lot of charities out there, in my opinion, that are worth like donating for, like St. Jude's Foundation. What was that one with Michael J. Fox? He has like a charity organization for Parkinson's disease. I can't remember what it's called, but I kind of want to like give back to the community or to the world in some way or some form as we move forward, for the years ahead. But we'll just got to take it nice and easy. Slow and steady always wins the race. Hope for the best, man. All right. Nice and easy. We got this. We can do this. Oh, wait a minute. Did I go for a 2-point conversion at some point? I don't remember me going for a 2-point conversion. Wow. All right. Well, that's all right. It's fine. Also, at some point, I really need to redo Gran Turismo 2. Because if you guys may or may not remember, I did a playthrough on it, right? And then I rage quit. And it's actually kind of a funny thing because for like my first try, my first try to get into the Gran Turismo 2, I couldn't get my analog stick to work, and I thought that wouldn't let me. With here on the PlayStation 3, and I figured out that there was a setting for it after I rage quit and deleted all the episodes from that playthrough, and I felt like a major dumbass afterwards. So yeah, I feel like it'd be better if I definitely redo it at some point and go from there. Yeah, I understand. I don't mind trying to help my homes out though. Don't forget veterans charities too. Well, yeah, of course, definitely salute to the service. Because those guys definitely put their lives on the line to make sure the country is safe, and I definitely respect that. I also got a couple of friends that are actually, going to the service. I got a buddy of mine that graduated the same year that I did from a different school, go out to be a National Guard, I think. Was it a National Guard or something else? I think a National Guard. And, I think that's an awesome thing. Me, I know I could genuinely never do it because, one, I'm not fit for it, and two, with my asthma and shit, I just cannot do, all that level shit that those guys can. But I definitely got major respect for a lot of them. All right, here we go. Stop him! Stop him! Stop him! There we go. Whew. All right.
Second and goal.
Also, I can't wait till the final season of Stranger Things comes out. I initially have been saying for a while, because it's been so long since we've gotten trailers or anything for the final season of it. I was initially thinking like it was just canceled and whatnot. And I also saw some bullshit too, that there was like problems between David Harbour and Millie Bobby Brown. And I was like, oh my god. Because I know Millie Bobby Brown, I believe it was like last summer or the year before, she like was scamming like her fans or something with some makeup stuff. I don't know what the full deal with that was. And I was like, sometimes, there's always drama being made, whether it's by the public or, the actors themselves. And apparently that whole rumor thing got squashed or something, which is definitely good because they're both, great performers, great actors and actresses, and I got a lot of respect for them. I am sad that Cobra Kai is no more, though. I love me some Cobra Kai. I thought the way they ended it was fantastic.
First and 10.
Went AFK for a bit. Sorry. Oh, man, no need to be sorry. It's fine. I get it. Would I ever play any of the Fallout series? We'll have to see. I know I'm not familiar with it. I will say that. And I don't know if that's really an Xbox exclusive type thing. If it is an Xbox, I can't fucking speak. If it is an Xbox exclusive, I don't fully think so, but it would probably be like something way further on down the road, maybe. But we'll have to see, man. I'd be interested. If I like action rogues, but Fallout is awesome. Fallout 4 is definitely the weakest. It's definitely something I will have to check out because I've heard a lot of things about it. So there's also, what was another game that I've heard a lot about that I was interested in but never got a chance to actually play it for myself. It was, I think it was an Xbox game of sort. It was like a Forza game or something. Because out of all the Xbox stuff, I've only played in my lifetime 2 Xbox games. One that was for an original Xbox. I believe it was an exclusive for it, which I don't know the name of it. Nah, Fallout 3, 4, and New Vegas is on Xbox and PlayStation. All right, I'll definitely check those out then at some point. I'll have to see how much they cost and whatnot, and if they're affordable and whatnot. Definitely try my best to get it. And then that could be set for future playthrough. But yeah, there was this one game on Xbox that was like a knockoff of Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but it wasn't skateboarding. It was just like roller skates. Like, those roller skates that we find in a skating rink or, during the disco era where I feel like they were kind of popular, which I feel, if I remember right, that game was broken as all hell, but God, it was so much fun. Just like roller skating through this like random ass town. What was the name of that game? I can't remember it for the life of me because it was awesome, but it was an Xbox exclusive. I do remember that much. And then the only other Xbox game that I ever played was what was it? Ford Racing 3, which that was a game I actually liked a lot. Oh, here we go. Nice and easy. We're going to get a touchdown here. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. I think. Oh, he's catching up to me, though. He's catching up to me. To the 20. To the 10. No. Crap. I should have just ran straight in. Damn it. I do know New Vegas runs like crap on the PS3, though. Yeah. I don't know if I ever played the roller skate game. Yeah. And I don't even know if it was more of like a demo thing or what, because again, it was something I did remember when I was younger, all the way back in 2013, because funny story, my dad's childhood best friend failed juke. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But anyways, my dad's childhood best friend, would always visit, and he had an original Xbox. And I always try my best to play it, but me growing up with a PlayStation 2, I got so confused with the controls and how to navigate, all the stuff. And I was like, fuck this, man. Xbox is trash. PlayStation 2 is the best. And from that point forward, I always hated Xbox. That's how my hatred for Xbox as a whole began. And it's always kind of funny looking back at now, because maybe it was because my brain was too young to comprehend like the Xbox controls compared to PlayStation, or the controller being way different than what the PS2 was. I don't really know, but it was always like funny to me. And then, what I will say, if anything, Xbox does very well, it's backwards compatibility. That is something I respect them for, because PlayStation, they stopped doing that after the very first model of PlayStation 3, which makes no fucking sense to me. None. It's like, why? Why do that to, longtime fans, especially when you had something good like that beforehand? I don't know. I feel like that's the biggest problem with them now. Like, of course, they're getting better with it, with the somewhat backwards compatibility stuff, but you're streaming it. You're not putting your own disc in the console and playing the game, which, that was something that Xbox actually did well, that I can definitely respect them for the most part. Hell, I believe even with the, like, recent Xbox, you could play the older stuff on there, but yeah, man, it's crazy. I had PS2 and Xbox 360 growing up. I only started hating PlayStation a bit because the PlayStation 4 stopped having backwards compatibility. And it pissed me off so much. I still have both consoles, though. Yeah. Streaming games should be a biblical sin. Yeah, absolutely. And here's, like, I'm feel conflicted, right? Because, people always say that emulation is the way and whatnot, especially for stuff like PlayStation 2. And, like, dude, that's just criminal. A criminal thing to do to the PlayStation 2, because just turning it on, walking 5 steps to turn on PlayStation 2, hear the startup, play games like Gran Turismo 3 or actual San Andreas on that said console and just relax. Like, that is the most relaxing and great feeling. And even, I don't know, I've always felt that way, but I've also felt for the longest time that the PCSX2 emulator is just garbage to go through. And maybe it's my computer, because this computer does suck for the most part, but you never know. Wait a minute. How many downs are we at? 40 seconds left? Second and 6. All right. We'll just kneel down and get a perfect, quick win. No. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, it's something that I've always kind of bothered me with, but I know for, like, a lot of people like, the PCSX2. Yeah, I would say I like the PSP emulator a lot more, because, like, you could have just a bare minimum computer and it works fantastic. emulating is all right if you don't have access to those games or consoles. I have a GBA emulator on my phone to play Pokemon Fire Red. I've never played any of the Pokemon games, which sounds crazy. Oh my god! That's fine. Let them have a touchdown or so. I'll let them have a free touchdown. I know the emulators that I've tested and I've used on here are all right. There's a Wii emulator that is really good that plays GameCube and Wii, so that means I can play Freak Style at some point. I can, redo a playthrough on that, which I'm definitely going to do at some point. You guys can definitely guarantee that, because that is my childhood game. Some that me, my mom, dad spent a lot of times just playing. And besides, just hearing that startup of EA, big, it's just, I don't even know if nostalgia is a word. I just like the time when gaming was better, in my opinion. I don't know. What's he gonna do? And he missed. Hopefully that Denver Bronco does not have a concussion. Hopefully.
3rd and 10.
All right. But I do have the N64, which I've been playing Ocarina of Time with, as well as I do have the a Mario game on there. I don't remember what one. And then there was another one that plays like Game Boy Advance, original Nintendo, which works well. Really want to get this the OG Super Mario Brothers, which don't know how I'd fare if I'm being honest. My mom has the actual Nintendo in the living room, but I've never gone past like the dungeon area at all. But the big childhood game in my house was Gears of War 2 and Left 4 Dead 2. The whole house loved those games and played them together. I've heard a lot of good things about I've heard a lot more about Left 4 Dead 2 than the second Gears of War game. I've heard good things about the original one, which now that it's on PlayStation 5, I do want to save up and have that be like one of the games I get for, later on. But yeah, for me around this house, for me growing up, it was Strike Force Bowling, San Andreas for my dad because I used to watch him play that growing up, Vice City Stories, and then Freak Style, and then there was another game, Gran Turismo 3. For a short time, there was Gran Turismo 4, but that thing, man, no matter whether I get it brand stinking new or a used copy and I throw it into my PlayStation 2, I can never get it working. It's so frustrating because I love Gran Turismo 4 a lot, but no matter what I do, I can never play the game. I've even tried throwing, the copies into my father's fat PS2 model, and it still won't work. And I'm like, what the hell? Is this like Gran Turismo 4 hell or something? And then, trying to emulate it, it's just like way too demanding in my opinion. At least, for the low-grade computers like what I got right here. But, wait a minute. Did we get a touchdown? I'm lost. We must have. Oh, no, field goal probably. But that was something that I grew up with. And, I'm grateful for it because while I was, with the PlayStation 2 games, everybody else was, on the PlayStation 3 and PS4. And me, I feel like I was just experiencing the best of not only what gaming had to offer, but what PlayStation had to offer as well. Because I'm not saying that games that we get now are bad, because that's far from the truth. But they have... I don't think that they're nowhere near as good as what we had. That's kind of like the big thing. I do think that we still get good games, but there's so many other problems, like long development times, microtransactions, everything being online, us not feeling like we really own our games, whether we buy digital or physical, because they need, online to just download the game when you put the disc in. It's, little things like that that bug the hell out of me. But, I'm grateful for growing up with, the PS2 and everything. And I'm definitely going to keep it around for as long as I can. Hell, when I get kids of my own someday, if I can find me a good woman in my life or something, I could, have kids, show them the games that I grew up with, them experience those games instead of a lot of the bad things that we have gotten here in recent years. And yeah, man, it'd be, just a little stuff like that. But this live stream is a little bit under an hour. And that's because of the Streamlabs issues that we had. So what I'm going to do is end the live stream here. We will get back to this on Tuesday, maybe. We'll have like one more stream of this, and then we'll save the other for Thanksgiving. I will also have a poll down on YouTube for what game you guys would want me to live stream next. And I'll like look through the games in my library. We can go from there and decide. But I think it'd be quite interesting, It'd be something new, something fun as while we're doing Ocarina of Time and other stuff. So if you guys like this video, definitely consider dropping a like if you guys want to further support the channel. And if you guys do have enough here within the next 5 minutes or so when this is done, you can check out my Patreon. All tiers are available. If you want to watch Splinter Cell Death Watch with me, mid-tier and top tier is where those are at. If you also just want to send a little bit through the way or whatever, you can also go through the Streamlabs tip thing that will also be in the description. And you guys will also be thanked within the next YouTube video or channel update that we do. But with that said, I will see you all next time. Night Train Man, it was great talking to you. And yeah, definitely add me on Twitter and I'll add you back and we can talk and all that other stuff and get everything figured out. But I'll see all of you guys later. You guys take care. Have an amazing night. I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.